we just witnessed the craziest night in NBA history. Crossovers, monster triple doubles, game-winning shots,
Finds Durant raising up for the win,
and 2 new franchise records. The performances were so crazy that even NBA commentators were begging for mercy. But it's not in Minnesota where we need to start things. In the most anticipated matchup of the night, it was the reigning MVP Joel Embiid up against the soon-to-be Rookie of the Year Victor Wanyama. And whilst no one will tell you, Victor Wanyama had an unbelievable performance, going off for 33 points and 7 rebounds in just 28 minutes against one of the best teams in the league, which included plays like this.
Victor even beats him off the dribble, inside Victor Wanyama!
Wemby is quietly having one of the greatest seasons from a rookie ever. But the reason no one will tell you about that performance was because on the other end of the floor, it was Joel Embiid who became the first 76er in NBA history to go for 70 points, beating out Wilt Chamberlain. Yes, the same guy that we're not even sure is real. And at this point, I'm questioning if what I'm watching with Joel Embiid is real. Because forget about the numbers for just a second. This is a 7-foot, 290-pound man who is living in the mid-range. Just look at this play against Wemby, where he goes behind the back before crossing the other way, and it's a feathery jump shot. Or just look at the face-up game. It's a jab step before just rising up. What are you supposed to do? Because if you reach in, he's either going past you or getting to the line, which he managed to do 23 times against the Spurs. And I know for a fact this is resulting in some stressed out fans and coaches, which is a perfect segue for today's sponsor, BetterHelp. Guys, I know New Year's resolutions can be seen as trivial, but if it takes the new year to stop for a second and recognize areas of your life you might have otherwise neglected, then those resolutions aren't trivial at all. And I can say for certain, there's never been a bad time to work on your mental and physical health, which is why today I've partnered with BetterHelp, who have been at the forefront of destigmatizing therapy and showing the world therapy in a positive light. Not only have they helped to break old notions, but with over 30,000 available therapists, they give you every chance of finding a therapist perfectly suited for you. Personally, I'm looking to improve on my sometimes disastrous sleep schedule, and I'm sure chatting with someone about potential distractions or factors that lead to my nocturnal sleeping hours would be a major help, which is why I wanted to partner with BetterHelp to give everyone else that same opportunity. All you have to do is click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/6man to join over 4 million people who have used BetterHelp. And you know what? To Joel's credit, he wasn't just scoring, he was also dropping some dimes as well. He even acknowledged this after the game with his old coach, Brett Brown. And I'd be laughing too if I ended the night with 70 points, 18 rebounds, and 5 assists, only needing 1 3-pointer to reach that mark. Meanwhile in Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns was going about breaking scoring records in a different way.
Towns, pump fake, fires, oh again! Towns, no hesitation, swish! Oh, he's firing from Duluth!
In just the first half of the game, Cat had recorded 44 points on 14 of 17 shooting and 8 of 9 from 3-point range, which for reference is the most points in a first half since play-by-play started tracking such things in 1996. But that wasn't even the craziest thing that happened in that game, let alone all night, because after an imperious first half and fantastic third quarter from Cats, the number 1 seeded Wolves looked like they were gonna breeze to victory against the 9-31 Charlotte Hornets, with ESPN's predictor giving them a 99% chance to come away with the victory late in the third. Well, it's safe to say, things didn't exactly go as planned.
I never got there, and the Hornets win!
It was an absolute disgusting performance of defense and immature basketball.
Now, whilst the Timberwolves were largely the architects of their own downfall, a lot of credit has to go to one Hornet in particular, rookie Brandon Miller. Do you guys remember when fans were crying because he was drafted ahead of Scoot Henderson? All over his last 3 games, he's averaging 25 points on 61% from the field and 43% from 3. I'm not even going to compare those numbers to Scoot Henderson because they aren't in the same stratosphere, and I'd be doing you all a disservice if I didn't let Eric Collins commentate his last few buckets.
Brandon, tough chance. Got it! Oh, Brandon Miller! Diddly D!
And just because the NBA is the most unique league in the world, in case you hadn't seen enough excellence from 2 7-footers, we got some more from another 7-footer to close out the night, with Kevin Durant going off for his second 40-point game in as many nights, rescuing the Suns with a monster 30-point second half. With the game in the balance and just 7 minutes remaining, KD gets the ball in the post against Caruso. He takes a couple of dribbles before then fading baseline. Just 30 seconds later, he beats Williams off the screen for a beautiful 1-dribble pull-up floater. But he wasn't finished there. With just 4 minutes remaining and the Bulls holding onto a lead, KD dropped a nasty 3 right in the face of Nikola Vucevic, which wasn't the last 3 he would make.
KD straight away.
That's when DeMar DeRozan tried to spoil the party by going down the other end and hitting the tough mid-range buckets. But anything DeMar can do, KD can do, and do it even better. Encapsulated by this unreal game winner where Nurkic gets the ball on the inbound. He drops an absolute dime to Durant backdoor, but look closely as he manages to adjust his shot in midair to avoid the block from Caruso. That's the definition of having eyes in the back of your head. And don't look now, but all of a sudden the Phoenix Suns have gone from 15-15 to 25-18, which wildly enough has them 5th in the Western Conference, ahead of another team who played in a blockbuster night, the Dallas Mavericks. Well, after looking like they had started to figure things out with the trio of Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and Derek Lively, they had the unfortunate task of trying to stop the best team in the NBA this regular season, who were just unfairly stacked. And if you want any idea of how stacked they are, in last night's game against Houston, they came away with the victory despite only getting 31 points from Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum on 31 shot attempts, with Kristaps going off for 32 points and 5 blocks. The following day against Dallas, with Kristaps not playing, the two Jays combined for 73 points, with Tatum making as much of an impact on defense as he did on offense. Just watch him here strip the ball from Luka before getting out in transition for the easy dunk. Or how about with 80 seconds remaining and the Mavs looking to make a last-ditch comeback? Hardaway drives on Horford before going to the fadeaway, only for JT to help over from the weak side, making an absolutely ridiculous block and sealing the game. Now, in less surprising news, Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Detroit Pistons, despite Damian Lillard having a horrendous shooting night, going 4 of 15 from the field. Luckily for him, his running mate went for 31, 17, and 10, which is just a regular Giannis game at this point. Now, if you did make it all the way to the end of the video, a like would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Either way, have a great day.